Dropkick Murphys fan, being from Boston and all. And I found out this crazy fact about them that apparently they were started on a bet. Yeah, did y'all know that shit?
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I mean, it seems like that would be a band that I was very believable of that.
yeah. So why don't we dive into this podcast? I'll just give you that quick backstory. So this is the Shedtime Podcast in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime Podcast.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Shedtime Podcast. And as I mentioned right there in the intro, yes, the Dropkick Murphys were started on a bet. Basically, lead singer was, doing his thing, and his buddy bet him, listen, 3 weeks before this show, I bet you can't put together a band and have a set ready. And Casey being, one of those people who's like, I'm not one to back down from a challenge, said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And the Dropkick Murphys were started.
Okay, Sean, I have a question about the Dropkick Murphys. Okay, so James, I'm gonna guess you probably don't know them. You might.
No, I know
but-
who they are.
Okay. Then, Sean, I have a question. Seeing as you're from where you're from, and like you have a punk history, was it like you had to like them because of where they're from, or was it like a love-hate? Some people hated them, some people loved them. Because like they have obviously like a very, like I will say like Boston vibe about them, and like a lot of like that Irish
Well, it's
kind
because
of
a lot
influence.
of Irish immigrants came to Boston, and a lot of them settled there. So there's a lot of Irish influence in that whole Boston scene. So they all kind of gravitate towards it because of their heritage and that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, ultimately,
But I'm
like,
sure there's also the love-hate thing.
100%. I mean, like, those guys being of Irish heritage chose to make an Irish punk music. Some people can't fucking stand it. And I think what I always found in the scene is that whether you liked them or hated them, you at least respected them. Unless, of course, you were like one of the Nazi punk scene, and then, who gave a fuck about you anyway? Fuck Nazis. So, there was that.
Fair,
But, like eat a dick, come to the show, get your head fucking split. That's how we lived. So unless you were part of that scene, like you at least respected them. And like, I'll be honest, like I'm not a huge Murphys fan myself. I've never seen them in concert. I don't own any of their CDs.
I know
got a few
like
songs
one or
in
two
a mix.
songs, and the only reason why I know them, Chris, is from an
Like
MLB
skate?
baseball game back in the day.
Okay.
And I'm a Red Sox fan, and Dropkick Murphys are like the fucking band of the Sox, bro. You know what I mean? They play Dropkick Murphys at practically every game. You know what I
Got
mean?
you.
They've even played a show at Fenway.
It seems like they would have the ability to do that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, out here, the St. Patty's show, or shows, I should say, are a local institution. And so, like, Dropkick usually plays 3 shows in a row during the whole St. Patrick's week or weekend, depending on how that all plays out. And they are always guaranteed sold out.
Dude, honestly, I can only think of one song by them. And I can't even remember like enough lyrics to say.
It's probably
All I
Barroom
remember is-
Hero.
Yeah.
Oh, Barroom
everybody
Here. Is
knows.
that the one that's like face down?
Face
and
down
like,
in
I
a
don't
gutter,
wanna
won't admit
defeat.
defeat.
Yeah,
Those
that's the
clothes
one
are
that-
soiled and black.
Everybody knows that song, bro.
The big strong man with a child's mind. Don't you take
Yeah.
his booze away.
That's the only song that
They have a they
I
have a
never liked
song.
them.
They have a song that I do love. I can't remember the actual name. It was just always called the Irish Drinking Song, and maybe that is the actual name. I don't know. Again, never big enough fan. But the whole song was like, "We'll drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and fight. We'll drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and fight. And I
Oh,
might
I've
see
heard
a
that
pretty
song.
girl and sleep with her tonight. Yes, I'll drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and fight."
Okay, I know that song. Yes, I know that one as well.
Like that era, I love. Like the whole shipping up to Boston era, I'd already fallen out of touch with all of that by that point. So like, it's I'm past it at that stage. But god damn, dude, like when I read that little factoid in an article, I was like, yo, started as a bet back in I think it was 95 or 96.
Yeah, it'd be a long time ago because like they were around
And-
when I was like really finding my teeth in punk for sure.
Yeah, 96 because they were talking about next year being their 40 years anniversary or their 30-year anniversary as a band. So like, it's fucking crazy. Still playing shows, still making records, still selling out, venues. Like, hell yeah. But also speaking of hell yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
we're Nerds Cluster fans and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
You find new flavors.
Yeah,
Cherry
I
lime
have
lemonade?
not found the bursters yet, but cherry lemonade. This
I mean,
one
I would
slaps.
definitely try it.
Dude,
It slaps.
since we're on the candy train, look what I got today.
Freeze dried spree, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't get their, packaged version. I got like somebody did it in their
Look at
freeze
that
dryer.
thing, dude.
They're fire.
Like getting a big old fucking guys.
I don't even know what a spree is.
No?
Nah, we don't have them. I've never seen them before.
Hard shell, chewy interior, unless you buy the actual hard ones, but it's usually a hard candy shell, fruit flavored, and it is, you suck on them, or if you get the chewy ones, you chew on them. But yeah,
They're pretty
that
fucking good, dude.
the flavors are very prominent.
One thing I will
Okay.
say though is like they do kind of have maybe I just haven't had sprees in a long time, so I kind of forgot how they taste, but they have a very distinct like flavor to them.
Yeah, like
You
that
know,
grape
they're
doesn't
like fruit
taste like.
flavors, but they're just distinct like flavors of the ones that you'd have.
Yeah, like
It's not
that
like-
grape that he just ate does
Oh.
not taste like any other candy grape that I know of.
No,
Their orange doesn't taste like any other orange I know
their
of.
lime doesn't taste like, like all of their flavors taste different than what I feel like majority, or like the lemon one's probably like the closest to like a lemon flavor, maybe.
Yeah, like the
I might be
lemon might
wrong.
remind me of like a lemon Skittle a little bit, but the others, I don't know of a candy in their category that is the same as them.
The
as
lemon's
far as the
almost more
flavor.
lemon headish.
Yes.
The sweet part, not the sour part. But they're pretty fire, dude. Oh, and I also, that's because we talked about them. I had to grab them just so I could try them.
I was gonna say,
To do worms.
my wife grabbed me a bag so that I could like refresh my memory.
Yeah, I'm gonna literally crack them open right now and try one of each just to see what we got here.
Yeah, because like I said, when I tried them the first time with her, I distinctly didn't find them to be as aggressive of a flavor as I remember everything know everything Trolley to be.
All right, so that's what we got going on there. I will say, like the little color pattern going on there is pretty cool. It's like got a clear green with like a cloudy situation. And
Are you gonna go for the straight
OG
do style
yeah.
first? This was my favorite.
That's pretty good. I actually really like that.
See,
But
I'm still underwhelmed.
I know, but I kind of get what you're saying, especially just after eating those sprees, is it's not like fucking flavor. It almost
It's more subtle.
feel like they
More
almost taste
subdued.
more like a Slurpee, but one that like where you're like kind of towards one that's like not as syrupy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like but like it's almost got that Slurpee vibe. All right, I'm gonna try the blue raz next just because.
I'm going to eat the same one with you so we can kind of talk about them. This is like blue raz and a Mountain Dew. So kind of like Voltage.
Honestly, flavor wise, pretty close to Voltage. It's got that same citrus flavor though.
Mm-hmm. It has the Mountain Dew citrus for sure.
Like that's there. And but I kind of get what I think it's because it's more of that citrus with an undertone of the secondary flavor.
Like for me, it's just that any other trolley product I eat, that is a very aggressive flavor. No matter what flavor it is, it's like a punch in the mouth of flavor. These I feel are just a little tamer.
I almost kind of like that about them though. But it also makes me feel like they could be dangerous because with them not being as like intense and as much of a punch of flavor, I feel like I'd eat way more of these way faster and not feel as guilty.
See, for me, it's the opposite. I'm like this being this tame, my head's like, I don't have the craveability now because the flavor's not sitting in my mouth. I'm not like savoring the flavor anymore. It's just like, okay, it's over. Next one.
That's pretty. The cherry one's pretty fucking good, dude.
Again, like I'm not saying they taste bad. I just wish that they were the intense flavor.
No, I get what you were saying by that, 100%.
Like,
but for me,
but
honestly,
it's a pretty good representation of each flavor.
I would buy this bag again, 100%. I wouldn't say it's up there with like those electric ones. Like I still think those are my top tier trolleys, but I feel like these are popping up. I've had those ones too. Those ones they're interesting.
These?
They have a slightly different texture.
Yeah, I like the texture of these. And like I keep when I'm talking about like the intensity of their flavor, like I'm thinking about like these, or have you tried the Duo yet?
Mm-hmm.
These flavors and the texture of these, I really like this Duo. Like this, they have a mango pineapple in here, Chris.
Yeah,
that's
one's
just
pretty good.
Silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dude, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen trolleys here.
And
it might be a US thing.
We've talked about the whole notion, like actually doing a 2 flavor like this, just stacked. And like I think this is genius because it kind of just like the duos feel like they engineered this so that the flavors are so well blended that it's not like you're eating the mango and the pineapple. You're not eating, which one's this one? This is the guava strawberry. You're eating a straw guava flavor or a mango pineapple flavor. Like it's very cohesive. That guava got a funk too. But those are banging. So Trolley got some heat. Nerds got new heat. And other new heat, I got to pull up that link you sent me, James, because I definitely want to talk about this thing on the podcast. Because like I said in our group chat, like it might not be like my taste, but I definitely think there's some people out here who would like this.
It looks interesting, and at that price point, like
exactly.
It's one of those ones where I wouldn't feel as bad maybe buying one of those over like say like your bigger flagship, products of those natures. Because I also know that company, Yokan, also supplies a lot of replacement parts and things like that, where if like something goes out, you can buy a new coil head or whatever you need for that thing. I feel pretty inexpensively. You know what I mean?
That was the first dry herb vaporizer I ever used was a Yokan Plus.
They've been in the game for a long time, dude, and
And
really
I mean,
started dialing in their stuff, man. Like
I'm gonna
you
say,
have
I
one of
was a
their
big
electronic
fan.
connector collectors, right, Sean?
No, I have the Luca.
Okay.
But no, I used to have NYX from them.
Yeah, I had one of those at one point too.
And like the thing with Yokan to me is that they've always engineered a product that puts itself in an affordable category for consumers. And yes, you do sacrifice maybe a little bit of accuracy, performance, what have you. But at the end of the day, like that NYX retailed under $20 and had $5 replaceable coil heads. Like that made having a dab device on the go super goddamn easy. I mean, when they did the whole all-in-one kit of the NYX, that thing was only $50
Mm-hmm.
out the door, and it had like a double-sized chamber. Like that thing was sick. This is a excellent technological advancement. You can see on this price, it's pulling 89 US, so pretty reasonable considering you're getting a full temp control device. This thing has, oh yeah, I forgot with this one. I can't find it down there. I had to do it this way. This thing has a full 360-degree ceramic chamber. It does appear to be something similar to like a 510 threaded jam, so it does look like you can replace them. Um,
There's a little
but
bit
really
better
cool.
breakdown.
Like the whole bucket is designed to
Heats.
be able to heat evenly.
Yeah. So it's almost like a 3D chamber for like a Puffco or something of that nature, or a similar style. Maybe not exactly the same, but
They have pearls that this thing comes with so that you can have pearls inside your chamber so that when you're ripping it, you're getting a proper spin on your pearls. And that way you can get the added heat retention of the pearls and all of that. You can keep the movement of your oil because of the pearls. But yeah, really, really interesting. My genuine turnoff when I looked at it is the mouthpiece. I'm not a fan of the mouthpiece, but
I don't
yeah.
even understand. I don't even understand the mouthpiece.
so you see the
Right
little
there, that
slit?
little slit, that's where the vapor will come out of. So you'll literally like a whistle almost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or
And
like a
so you're going to
mouthpiece
hold
on
this
a
thing
wood
straight up and
instrument.
down.
Yeah, and you just put your bottom lip just below that
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
top lip
Where
on
that
the
little
top part of
indent
the.
is.
Yeah. So like not a huge fan of that. But realistically, like I can see this thing working for a lot of people. And at that price point, they're
It is not expensive.
yeah, like it's extremely reasonable because if this, like James was saying, if this thing can perform at a level like say some of those smaller Puffco portable devices,
Like the pivot. The
yeah,
pivot's like, I think the pivot's only, I think it's priced like 120 to 130, so it's a little bit more expensive. But
if
who knows?
this can come up to even close to that bar at that price point, it's a great value.
Yeah, because you could save yourself $30, and with that extra $30 you save, buy yourself a spare fucking heating element. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you've got a spare.
I mean, I'm also going
I
to
just
point
saw
out
it and I was like, huh, that
Comes in
could be
5 colors
interesting.
too. That's not bad.
Charges within an hour and a half. That's not bad.
exactly fast charging with the USB-C. I'm going to guarantee you this thing has pass through, even though they're not going to pitch that,
Dude,
which
it
means
comes with 12 pearls.
yeah, 12 actual pearls that you can load in this thing, which I thought was wild. Also, can we just I've glossed over it, but look at how they've designed this mouthpiece. It's okay. I think the best picture we can see so far is really in this picture here where he's loading it.
Yeah.
It's rubberized, it seems, and it's tethered to the device so that you could just pop this little like rubberized gasket mouthpiece or top piece out, load your concentrate in, pop it right back on. Like very clever. I guarantee you there's an aftermarket product from them that gives you like an all-in-one little device, like carry case, so that you could have your everything.
Like I'm sure even at some point there might even come out with an attachment or something for this thing at some point. You know what I mean? To where it's like you can put a glass, chamber on it or something. Who fucking
Because
knows,
like when
dude?
I look at it, right, it looks very compact and it looks like pretty slick. But for me, like you guys have way more experience doing with dabs clearly than I do. But like I'd be concerned that it would be harsh for me.
Oh, it's gonna be a little bit rougher than if you were to rip it out of a rig for sure. But dude, this is the thing too that I think is a good subject for us to talk about here for a second, Sean, is the dry dabs that have like kind of taken over. It's where like a lot of Puffco like toppers that I'm finding, instead of having like the water diffusion chambers, they're just skipping that out and just making it a straight dry piece. And like that's kind of been a craze that's been going on for a little while that personally I'm not into, but like it's like yeah, the last time I've done one was probably off of like a nectar collector, or the one time I went to go rip a dab off my rig and forgot to put water in it. You know what I mean? And those
I
are
mean,
pretty
Everybody's been
brutal.
there, dude.
The thing to me though is like I feel like if I rip a rig out of like a banger and I don't have water in it, that's going to be way more brutal than just a dry dab
Yeah,
out of
well,
like the nectar
definitely
collector,
something
an electric nectar collector.
lower temp would definitely probably not be as bad. So like,
I think
yeah, with that, it's probably you could definitely dial it in. It's but for me personally, I just even with everything, dude, even with my Dynavap, dude, even a Dynavap sometimes is too harsh for me, dude. So
Oh,
that's
see,
why
I
ripped
like the peak harshness
then you
of a
probably
Dynavap.
then you'd be probably wouldn't be too bad for you because honestly, it's the heat that fucking gets me. It's not necessarily the fucking potency that's gonna hit you. It's how hot it is. You know what I mean? That's what it
that's
chokes
what I
me
like
up.
though. Like
I do too sometimes. That's why sometimes I'll rip a dab, and if it doesn't like get hot enough and it doesn't tickle my throat enough, I'll go in for a
yeah,
second one.
you know
'Cause
what
I'm
I
like,
mean?
I
Like
just I didn't that it didn't hit the
some days
didn't
you
hit the
just need a
spot.
heater.
Yeah.
Like, I
Well, it's
think
not even that.
actually,
Like, it's not even necessarily a heater that I need. I'm just looking for a substantial dab that's going to hit me. And I feel like this is probably part of it too, dude. It's just like back in the day when you'd rip a bong, like you rip a bong and you rip a bowl and it don't make you cough. You're like, man,
don't
that
get
wasn't
off
good
unless I
enough.
cough. Yep.
Exactly. So I feel like if I'm not at least coughing a little bit or have a little bit of a tickle in my throat going, then it wasn't what I'm looking for. That's just the old stoner in me, you know?
But like this little hand device, I'm kind of glad we were talking about this whole night temperature harshness aspect of it because 400 to 580 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, personally, I think you're out of your goddamn mind ripping your dabs. If you like in a device like this, mind you, at 580. If you have a terp timer or something, and maybe you start your dab in a banger around 580, it's going to start to cool obviously as soon as you put that dab in and all of that. These devices are designed to stay a consistent temperature for you. So 580, like you're savage. Like that is going to be very fucking harsh. Like I don't care who you are. That's going to be harsh as hell. 400, 415, 420 on a dab. That'll be a nice, smooth, cool, flavorful. Well, it won't be cool, but you know what I mean? Comparatively, it'll be a cooler, more comfortable flavor vape off of that. But yeah, like I get the notion of the dry attachments and stuff because I think for some people it's about portability, right? Like that's a big thing of why I am attracted to those devices is the portability factor. And like living in an apartment building right now where we can't be really ripping hard dabs in this house. We can't be smoking weed in this house and shit like that. Like having a rig that's dry like that you could just quickly pack, throw out, go outside, rip a dab, pack it back in. Not bad. Or in some people's cases, maybe, not that I'm going to condone this because it can put you at risk, but maybe some people can't store that inside at all. So they got to store that in their vehicle. And it's tedious to, put water in, take water out, put water in, take water out for them. I can see the drive for it to become a bigger trend for sure. Because like, let's face it, my wife's in that situation. She has to, if she wants to take bong hits, she's got to go take a bong, bring a water bottle out, fill the bong.
Oh,
When she's
trust me,
done,
bro.
dump it.
Been there, dog.
Yeah,
Back
dude,
in the
I've
good
been
old
there
shed
hard. It
days,
ain't that
dude.
bad. If you want it, you want it. That's it. Where there's
But
a
again,
will,
if
there's a way, Sean. You know it.
you can also just take some dry rips and not be like, motherfucker, I just went down 3 flights of stairs, didn't even grab a fucking water bottle. I don't have one in here. Now I gotta go back up 3 fucking flights of stairs, grab a water bottle, come back down 3 flights. Like sometimes it's just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna rip that bitch dry.
Yeah, see, like I think that because I was always like a pull through, like you pack a bowl that you'll hit in one rip.
Oh yeah, you're a snapper.
Yeah, like for me that just wouldn't work. So like I would walk. That I'd walk back up.
Oh,
Dude, if I
dude,
had a drink, I'd use that drink for that fucking time. Like I only got this Powerade.
Bro.
Oh well, guess we got
Bro.
some blue Powerade in
I
this
mean,
fucking bong. But you guys also
I-
know the bongs I used.
Listen, acrylic and glass bongs. I was not above putting some fruit juice.
dude, I never put anything other than just water.
Oh, I definitely did, dude. When the need is there.
No, because I always thought, dude, because here's the thing, dude. Back in those days, I wasn't on top of cleaning my shit as much. So I know if I put something other than water in it, bro, I knew I would fucking forget that it's in there, leave it, and then come back and fucking who knows what kind of fucking thing would be growing in there.
No,
later.
you're
Oh, like if I was at home,
Absolutely
I would never
right.
use anything else. Dude, this would be like when you're missioning it. It's like the winter time. You try putting snow in, you got to get something else like to water it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, see, back
These
in
are the
those days, though,
times.
dude, I'd just roll up, dude.
it was a last resort. Yeah. See,
We would always just roll up, bro.
yeah, I guess like that would have been more sensible, but I feel like that wasn't really the solution for me and my
Yeah.
friends back in the day
It
too
was,
often.
it was always super easy to run into the fucking gas station and grab a Swisher or a pack of Zags, dude, and just fucking roll up, dude.
I mean, look, there was nothing better
Once
than
we
some fruit
learned
juice
how,
in the
you know what I'm
bong
saying?
and getting that dirty ass gross MIDI weed and being able to pack that shit, rip it through. It's like you put orange juice in your bong, you rip the dirt weed through that. At least now it tastes like oranges. It doesn't taste like actual soil. Like that was like,
You know what? I didn't do it with bongs, but I had buddies that would do it with their hookah.
and like ripped like the hookah pucks and shit through it.
Yeah, they put like different fucking types of liquids and even liquors into their hookah instead of filling them with water and just rip them that way.
Yo, you saying that? I had homies that would do shit like that. Like they'd pour like Jack and Coke in a bong
Yeah, or like
Rip a
bottle
bowl
of
through it.
vodka.
and then drink the
Dude,
fucking
You know what I
Jack and
just
Coke
thought
bong
of?
water.
Bro, like if you had a bong, right? And you just strip like maybe 5 drops of WS-23 in it, and it's that's the cooling agent that people put in e-liquid.
Oh,
And then like it'd be like you'd have that
Mentholated.
cooling. Yeah,
it would
dude, that
open your
cooling.
lungs from the
You
menthol,
think?
and then you
You
just get
think
even
so,
deeper
dude?
rips.
Dude, I might try. I
Oh.
would be maybe down to try.
All right,
that.
hold on. I have a way to slightly experiment with this. Have you guys seen these ads for the Boom Boom Stick?
Nah, no idea what
It's
that is.
the
Yes.
dumbest name in the world. But basically it's a nasal inhaler.
Okay.
And it is something that like I think is hysterical that is being marketed right now as like this new amazing fucking thing because Vicks has made a nasal inhaler since the goddamn 70s or 80s. Because my mother's
dude, I
literally
remember-
had one.
I remember when I was a kid, people having them.
Bang. Like these things, dude. It's literally just was this menthol and camphor in this thing. Camphor, menthol, methyl silicate, which is holding all of that, and Abies sibirica oil, which is suspending your camphor and menthol on this silicate that's inside here. But dude, like, I wonder. Let's go ahead and load one up. Let me see if I can get a bigger rip out of this thing. Oh, I gotta grind something, which means I'm probably gonna have to take another
Ooh,
nose rip
dude.
off of that.
Nose rip off of that.
Yeah,
Dude,
Do
the
some
only,
I
cane
did-
fruit.
I've seen some people that like were heavy into those.
the only thing I don't like about how they're marketing those right now is they're making like or at least the videos and stuff that I'm seeing, or people are making claims that like, man, it fucking wakes you up, gives you fucking energy, like all the, like saying all these like pretty extravagant like things. And in reality, like they're like making it seem like this thing can change your life and make you breathe everything you've ever breathed. And yes, it'll help you breathe for a short period of time, because all it does is it just dilates the nasal passages for a little bit because of that peppermint and those ingredients that are in there to help you for a little bit, but it's not a long-term fucking cure-all for people. Like it's like if you've got like maybe you're a little stuffy or you got like a sinus thing going on, it can definitely help relieve some of that, but it's not going to be like if you're somebody who's suffering with like a deviated septum and you can't breathe out of your fucking nose, this isn't gonna fucking help you. You know what I mean?
No, like I'll say
it
this.
can't do things surgeries can do.
Exactly.
It,
like it can help. It can help out in
short,
short spurts. And like first thing in the morning, take a little hit off that. It might help you get, a little extra pep in your step, but it's not going to be like something that's going to like give you energy through the whole fucking day.
You're not getting ammonium nitrate.
It's not smelling salts that's going to fucking. You know what I mean? And even with that stuff's not even long-term beneficial,
it's just a punch in your dick for like 10 seconds.
It's just a quick hit.
Like, have you ever watched like there are like bodybuilders and shit, like these like top level, like roided out bodybuilders and shit. And like while they're lifting, they'll fucking hit like the brick wall, so to speak. They'll max out and then they'll fucking turn around. They'll hit a smelling salt and they'll go in for like 5 more fucking reps.
Yeah, dude, smelling salts, you see some crazy reactions.
I watch a fucking group of comedians in a podcast sit there and fucking smell the strongest smelling salts they've ever seen in their life, dude. And watching their faces, bro, because they like the stuff that I'm talking about. Rogan, obviously. He's got this shit that he got from this one guy who's a bit like a fucking lifter guy who fucking uses his shit in the gym while he's lifting. Before he left, he hits this shit to fucking get all jacked up and fucking do his thing. Well, they get this shit and they sit around the fucking podcast table and just pass this shit around and just fucking hit whiffs, dude. And you see him as soon as they get this shit within an inch, like this, like not even that, like this close to their face, bro. You see it fucking hit him, bro, and their fucking head snap back, bro. Their fucking eyes go like this. And
Joey Diaz, dude, his response to that is fucking insane.
Dude, because with him,
he gets so mad.
He hits it. He's like, oh, fuck. He's like, hold on, but give me again. I gotta hit the other side. Because he only got it up one, like he only felt it up one nostril, so he went in for a second one. Dude, Brian Simpson, another comedian, was on there and he hit it, bro. It hit him so hard, dude. He flung his headphones off and fucking left the room, dude. Because he was like, it fucking took him for a ride, dude. And it's literally just this fucking like super strong like ammonium salt that just fucking hits your fucking system, dude. I've never done like full smelling salts. I have been hit with like the little break like ammonia stick that they use on like the football field once or twice, and dude, that shit's still pretty intense.
But they just crack a giant vial of that shit.
Dude, and there's one time they're doing it, bro, with Joey Diaz on the fucking thing. And the next thing you know, they're fucking playing fucking techno music and they're fucking passing the shit around. They're fucking taking whiffs, going fucking partying and dancing. And dude, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's crazy.
I've actually never experienced any of those things, like any smelling salts or anything like that.
I've never experienced them, but I have talked to people who have, and it's interesting because the first time anybody told me about their experience with smelling salts, it was not the usual like I got hit hard on the football field and they had to wake me back up. It was nothing like that. No, it wasn't even like I was a power lift. Like no, motherfuckers told me keep smelling salts around when you're having sex. And right as you're about to orgasm, crack the smelling salt and watch you have a fucking like out of body experience.
Your brain would explode, bro.
Like I'm just saying, first and foremost, at that stage of the process, I don't think your boy can even think clear enough to be like, "Where's the smelling salts? I'm gonna crack that bitch open."
How do you dispel those smelling salts?
He's just trying to keep it together enough to fucking get through that next few seconds, bro.
Yeah, like I'm straight caveman and like. Rock good. Like that's it. Straight caveman brain at that stage. But if these motherfuckers, I know these motherfuckers are telling the truth. I like you guys said. Like, I think my brain's gonna fucking explode. Like I am too much of a simple man to be trying to like put myself into that
Dude,
planet. I've done some mushrooms. I've gone far enough. I don't need to get to smelling salts and
Dude,
fucking
yeah.
end up on Timbuk fucking 2 planet or some shit.
Dude, here's the thing, bro. It's like people tell you to do all kinds of crazy shit right before while you're in the act of shit like that. And at the end of the day, bro, like next thing they're gonna tell you is you need to, stick a broom up your butt like 2 seconds before, and it's gonna be the best. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying everything to get to the fucking next level nowadays, bro. So
Dude, yeah.
it doesn't
I
surprise
mean, you're not
me,
wrong.
you know
Because
what I'm
like
saying?
shout out to the people who are like, I ain't ashamed to try it.
Dude, like
No,
some of these
I'll try
podcasts
anything once.
and like clips and stuff I see of people talking about like their sexcapades and shit that they're just saying freely. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. People are wild.
No,
There are
people really
plenty
are
of wild people out there, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I mean, I've told you guys the stories. I think you told me even on the podcast, and when I did the music video for my buddy's project called Slave Cage, and it was BDSM hip hop. And like when I went to that club to shoot what we shot for that video, and got to really experience like a whole bunch of different weird things people were into. I mean, obviously, no judgment. That was the whole point of everything. So like, I'm just taking it in, and I vibe with that. That's a little out of my league. But like watching people who genuinely derive pleasure from being kicked in the balls by a woman in
Yeah.
spiked high heels. Like I'm not talking the heel is spiked. I mean, she got like leather punk rock battle vest fucking spikes on the tippy toe of that shoe, and she's kicking dog in the nuts, and he's just like, I'm having the greatest day of my life. Dude got the shit kicked out of him for the entire song Down with the Sickness by Disturbed and had the time of his life. And I was like, there are just some people in this world that are even too weird for me. That guy might be one of them. I'll tell you what, he was in the right line of profession because he was also the bouncer of the nightclub.
Oh, okay. So he worked at that kind of a place. He knew that he was into that. It wasn't like
Well, no, moreover, he derives pleasure from being hit, Chris. Go ahead, start a fight with the bouncer, see what happens. The guy's going to have so much fun pulling you out. That's going to be an awkward bar fight.
fair. It would be pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's going to be way too happy to get into that bar fight with you. Way too happy. And that's not the kind of guy I want to be in a fight with.
Well, also, like, I'm assuming that he would be pretty regularly dealing with that. So that'd be built up, dude.
Oh, I mean, dude was big. He was a tall man. He was muscular. I mean, it was a club that hosted a night, I think once a month. So he obviously, like, yes, he's there on those events, but also he's there during punk nights, metal nights, hip hop nights. Like, so like you have all of those crowds depending on what events are being booked inside that venue each night. And he's in the perfect line of business. If you derive that much fun from yourself getting hit, you're just like, I can't wait. I hope somebody gets stupid tonight. Daddy's going home happy, like shout out to that dude wherever he is. I hope he's still living his best life and living well, because I know that club is no longer operational. I'm sure something else is taking it over, but dude, wild people out there, very wild people out there. Oh man, those were good times. Honestly, the funniest part of that whole thing was walking into a Home Depot and asking a kid for chains, rope, something else. And the dude just looks at me and my buddy dressed, and we're both dressed in all black because that's just how we both dress. And he's like, "This ain't for what I think it's for, is it?" And me and him just looked at each other and went, "Oh, it's definitely for what you think it's for." And the guy being like, "What? What?" I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, we're shooting a music video called Slave Cage. And the dude was like, "And where can I find this music video when it's done?"
I would honestly ask the same thing.
Honestly, Chris, it's the craziest thing. Of all the music videos I've ever shot for people in my local hip hop scene, that video is my most played music video I've ever made for anybody. And I also don't know how it's not taken off of YouTube yet. I mean, there is actual nudity in that music video. You see titties. Like, it's not blurred, it's full on and never been taken down. And it's
This
like
is so
it,
tasteful, bro.
it does numbers. It's insane. I mean, I know why. I can explain it, but there's some very, very simple-minded folk that is the closest thing they can get to, and they're like, "Oh, I saw a titty. I saw a titty." But
And
yeah,
it's called
like
Slave Cave.
Slave Cage.
Cage.
Was he? Let's see.
Careful
Yeah.
googling that, people.
I'm putting it on straight up on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I found the live footage from when he performed it, so that helped me just find that channel of mine. Speaking of which, that's right. That hosted one of our secret stashes. There it is. There it is. 11 years ago, I made that music video with Homeboy. 14,000 views on that video.
And it's
Crazier
Slave
thing?
Cage. And what's the guy's name?
Vocal. I'll send you the link.
Okay, yeah, do that.
This video is wild, bro. Like,
because I've definitely heard you talk about it before, but I've never watched it. So
yeah, it's a wild video. Shout out to our late friend Mark Clough. He loved it. Like, I shared it with him, and he was like, "Dude, this is fucking incredible." I was like, "I'm glad you like it." Like,
I could also think of two reasons why Mark.
yeah, I mean, obviously, he vibed with it. He vibed with it big time.
Into some of these things.
Yeah.
So it's in our
100%.
it's in our chat, Chris. There, so you can grab the link.
I just clicked it or clicked
yeah,
it. Clicked it.
It's that was a hell of a labor of love on that video. We worked almost a year to get all of the footage we needed to properly create this dude's vision. Because I mean, I'm not gonna take credit for it. Homie's the artist. This was his vision. We worked together to execute his vision and create what he was looking to create. And we did it, and it was a good time. But even funnier than that, right? I said that video was my most played music video I ever shot for anybody. But what if I told you behind the scenes footage for this music video is actually my most played piece of video on YouTube ever? Coming in at 97,000 views.
Dang.
And it's literally homie the vocalist walking the girl who's playing the slave girl in the video over to the gas station next door so she can grab a pack of butts. Like that's it. It's nothing crazy. He's literally just walking her on a leash over to get a pack of butts.
Hey, see, you didn't say anything about a leash the first time.
Well, all right. I thought it was implied when I said he was walking her.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I just had to say that.
I mean, let's be real. Like, she's still scantily clad because we were shooting this video at the time. But yeah, fucking unbelievable. 97,000 views, and it's literally just like a 3-minute video of them going into a grocery or convenience store to get a pack of butts. And we thought we were going to use it for some promo. We didn't. So we just put it out as a behind the scenes clip. It blew up. Are you actually watching it right now, Chris?
Oh yeah, sorry. I know I shouldn't be, but I was like far too intrigued not to, man.
He's lit, dude, and
I'm
fucking
also lit.
squirrel, dude.
Yeah,
I
100%.
mean, Homie was a great rapper, but I want to say Homie was also a fucking dope chef and a hell of a pothead. When I've told stories about that homie with the twisted messes addy that he would fucking take the dabs out of, I think we were just talking about it last week, weren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He was the one who had an old like twisted TM24 and would put a stovetop coil in it and literally just drop dabs on that like a fucking animal back in the day. So
And
like,
dude, I just went through the part where there is the nudity. And you're right, it's like right there. It's like not
yeah,
like,
you can't play that off. That is what it is.
yeah.
It's like there's no fronting. That scene's shot in my bedroom way back in the day where like I was living when we all first started hanging out and first met. The girls in the closet, that was our closet. I had the biggest closet out of anybody to put people in.
Hmm.
That shit was a riot. Because like literally, there's like 10 people in a not big bedroom while shooting that video to get it right.
Dude, there's just more nudity.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Because I don't know how I got away with it.
Oh,
I
dude,
think
there was just a scene there that was like a very up close. Okay.
yeah, like it. I don't know how this artistically gets away, but it does.
Yeah, because it has
And
enough views that someone could have seen it and complained.
I mean,
well,
it's
that and it
banned
was
in several
also
countries.
it's also from 11 years ago too. So I don't know how much algorithms nowadays are scoping through it because I don't. Other than the fact that you're watching it right now, who knows how many views are recent views?
Yeah, like how
within
long
the
ago?
last.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
I can't fathom it's got a ton of traction for sure.
Well, it might now. So keep an eye on it. It might
Hell
disappear
yeah.
shortly because I just had a video removed off my channel the other day.
Hell yeah. Let's go. That'll be like the greatest claim to fame to a rapper who no longer raps. Like my shit was so offensive, it got taken off of YouTube. He'd be so proud.
Yeah, mine wasn't even offensive. They just claimed I was. I forgot what the fucking thing was,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sometimes I'm amazed that this podcast doesn't get kicked.
Well, I
So
think that the reason why we don't end up getting strikes is because the Shedtime one's not monetized, so you're not really making money off of it. So
that's
there's
true.
that. My channel, I'm at the same point now where I'm not monetized, and for the longest time, all the live streams that I posted, I didn't monetize any of them just so that they didn't get hit, sort of thing. So like my channel, even though it was monetized for a long time, for like the last like few years of it, I didn't monetize any video because if I did, it would get hit. So maybe it's the fact that we're not making money off of them is why they're not fucking with it.
That might make a lot of
Other than
sense,
age
honestly.
restricting. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that would make a lot of sense. I mean, interestingly, I have gotten hit when sharing just video, no audio, which I thought was interesting
Oh.
because like the way that we share video on here, would have thought would have been okay. I'm gonna have to play with that plan now and see if maybe I got to do something different because I know, we all watch a bunch of different people. I mean, Rogan obviously is too big to fail, so they're not gonna like, they're not gonna fuck with him. But like Garza does it, like everybody.
I think you're able, like, when it comes to like showing clips and things of that nature, I think you're allowed to show the clip if you're talking about what's happening in the
But that's the
clip.
thing. that's exactly what we were doing with no audio, just to be on the safe side. We still got smacked for it.
Dude, who knows, dude? It's all
So I'm not
algorithms now
sure.
because I can
Yeah.
almost guarantee you it wasn't an actual person that
Oh,
has hit any of our channels with any problem.
100%.
So like I'm sure if you were to go and dispute that, you might be able to get that reversed, but then you have to go through that whole fucking rigmarole. Because the thing about that
Exactly.
is too, is they don't even tell you exactly what you did to break a rule. They just give you whatever guideline they think you broke.
Yep.
And don't really give you any explanation into how it is that you broke that guideline. And then when you ask them what it is, they say they can't tell you. I've gone through it. It's like, okay,
Yep.
so how do you expect me to address the issue when I don't know what the problem is? And they're like, oh, well, just read through the guidelines and that explains it. Well, I read through the guidelines, and according to my knowledge, I'm not doing anything that breaks these guidelines. So explain to me what it is that I'm doing that breaks these guidelines so I can make sure not to do it in the future. And nothing, dude. Unless I feel like you're a big creator that's got some crazy numbers that's making them a large amount of money, they don't give two fucks. It's like any large corporation. Unless you're somebody who's making them more revenue, then who fucking cares? You're just another number that they can replace tomorrow with another wannabe YouTuber or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's a wild thing, right? Because like I was I went down a terrible rabbit hole not too long ago of like these people kind of just like ripping other YouTubers. Excuse me. And like when you start to understand the business of how like the YouTubers who are a business operate, shit is wild. And it almost makes you go like, is that desirable? Is that worth the money you make? Because like some of like we're talking like Mr. Beast level, Joshua Wiseman level, like people of 10 million plus subscriber level, like some of the shit you have to do when you run that shit like a business like they do, is it even worth that level for you? Like for me, for you, like
Well,
it's
by the time you get there, though, there's like not just one individual doing
but that's
all
my
the
point,
stuff. You
is
know what
it's
I mean?
like when you're doing this
That's when
kind
you
of
get all
thing,
the
then it's
homies on and they're doing their own tasks and shit.
but like now like I've never liked mixing business with friends, because then like shit can get really uncomfortable sometimes when it has to be about business and the friendship has to be put to the side. um so like I've always been cautious with that, and it's like hearing about how these people have grown something from just a guy in his kitchen or in his in his basement or his bedroom or whatever, making some sort of content, whatever it is, to getting to the point that it is now a business that like in some cases, you're buying a studio, you're employing your friends and family, you're creating and running and operating all of these channels. You've got marketing department, you like R&D departments. Like holy crap, that's like wild. Because like I sit back, I watched, This Is and the Austin Evans channel and Denki, right? All one umbrella, running as an organization. And yes, Austin Evans is the person who over like 13 some odd years has built it to what it is now, and been able to put his friends on, create this content with them, create a whole brand and business out of it, and that's great. But it's like, holy shit, like these guys had to literally get an office building with studio space so that they all have offices, they all have studios to work out of so that they can all create this content. And then like there's actual like business expense report sheets that still have to get done now, because there's the cost of doing business. I got to spend, $3,000 on this tech so that way I can create this content. And then there's the tax aspect of the business. So
Yeah,
oh,
there's a lot to it.
like
It's a
holy
full
smokes.
business.
Yeah. Like it's a true, honest to goodness business.
Yeah, like honestly, speaking of like getting like a whole office building and that whole situation, like I'm literally watching clips of the Bob the Sports guys. They're literally well, Bob specifically is going through this because he had this big dream of doing like a Bob Does Sports HQ, right? Where he ended up going and he bought this. I don't know if he bought it, but he got a fucking warehouse and they're like totally like doing it up. But of course, they're going to do it to the fucking nines. You know what I mean? Because that's just who they are. And like one thing that they're dealing with right now that's kind of holding back the grand opening of Bob HQ is the fact that he's through the planning of this. At one point, he said, "Yeah, and we're gonna have a fucking jumbotron." The fucking jumbotron that they're getting to put in this place apparently costs $250,000 or some shit.
How much?
$250,000.
Wow.
And like I said, Bob posted a video like on his Instagram. He's like, man, he's like, I gotta tell you guys, this whole Bob HQ thing's kind of really getting out of hand. You know what I mean? He's like, I said something about this damn jumbotron, and I gotta tell you guys, it's really banging us. You know, he's like, but the thing is, he's like, I could scrap it. You know what I mean? But I feel like if I do that, I'm breaking a promise, man. He's like, I said I was gonna do it, so I feel like I gotta do it, but fuck, man, $250,000, man. Man, this thing's really, I'm in a bad spot. Because if you watch his Instagram, he always does like these little videos where he's just like breaking down shit. Most of the time, he's doing like his feeding Bob series, where it's just like him going around to like different spots and getting different food items and then just reviewing them on his Instagram, which are hilarious, by the way. But dude, like just hearing that, like, fuck, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
those guys,
they're also
they would
one of
have
the
a crazy business aspect to all the shit.
well, yeah, dude, because
like,
they also have
enough.
they've got their clothing company, Breezy Golf. They've got their drink company now, the Have a Day, which is like their own like seltzer, like pre-mixed cocktail canned beverage or something or other. I think they're also partnering with Barstool now. So like they've got that whole fucking machine that they can fucking work off of too. Dude, the amount of brand deals I've seen them do lately, like I've seen them do like Mountain Dew, 7-Eleven, Buffalo Wild Wings, Arby's, like within like 2-3 months, bro. Like they did like all these different brand deals. It's like, dude, these guys are fucking grinding, bro. But also the fun part, they're grinding, but they also get to play golf for a living. You know what I mean? So it's like they get to enjoy it, but they're also fucking grinding as well as getting to fucking go out there and wax the balls around and stuff. But when they're not on the course, they've got to be doing a lot of shit behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? To make this whole fucking ship, stay afloat.
It's wild. It's utterly wild. I mean, we've been doing this. We're on season 6, and like to think about like some of these businesses and how long they ran before they got to a point that they had to even establish as a business, right? And it's like, wow, mind blowing. So I say that to say this to all the listeners: stay patient, stay the course, keep your faith, because if you want it bad enough and you keep working towards it, it's going to happen. Like, you got to keep plowing on, because, like some of these content creators, right? Like, if not that that's maybe what people listening want to do, but like some of these people, it took 10 years of a grind of creating content before they hit a niche that carried them to where they are now, to the point that you're watching them and going like, man, 10 million, 15 million subs, like that's super cool. They're making millions of dollars now and doing all these cool things. Like, stay the course, keep doing what you're doing. If you're making music, keep making music. If you're making, YouTube videos, keep making YouTube videos. If like whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're trying to invent a new device of some kind, keep working, keep doing it, keep grinding on it, because nobody can stop you but you, really. So chase those dreams. As our boy Swaggins would say, don't let your dreams be dreams.
Facts.
I mean, it's real talk. Like my wife and I were talking about, like, we have this idea that it'd be really cool to get a big, like, those like 10 cabin like motels. Just be like 10 little outhouse cabin type deals.
Oh,
Just
like a little
enough room.
motel
Yeah,
situation.
just enough room, something like that. But each one's its own separate little outbuilding. Like it'd be really cool to get one of those and convert them into studios.
Oh, that would be actually cool.
So like you could have like, maybe 5 that are set up for music recording and maybe 5 that are set up for podcast recording, or something like that. And that way people can come and rent those spaces. Somebody wants to go record an album, they can rent by the day, rent by the hour, depending on whatever the project is. Like it'd be a really cool thing to do. And from a perspective of someone who loves that shit and imagining like something that I could do as an income source, maybe into my retirement years, like that'd be really fucking cool to just be like, yeah, these kids are, an up and coming band. They want to come record an album, that you set them up with an engineer, you give them a space to record, you charge them maybe $100 an hour. And who knows, maybe you got the next Aerosmith or whatever that's just recording in your backyard, in your
Yeah.
rental studio,
Yeah. Your
Like-
recording cabins.
Like what a cool idea. We've always had another one of like opening like a coffee shop that just, a place that does it right. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just a place that does it right. Then there was the
good
other
coffee,
idea.
a good simple menu for some food
Yeah.
items that are all
Just
quality.
some simple bakery goods that are high quality and
Yeah.
just coffee done right. Like that'd be great because I'm from the land of Dunkin'. And like, let's not
For a
mince
second.
words here.
If that's a standard, kid,
Like,
there's
that-
a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna
that
break
coffee's pretty
into-
trash.
I thought he was gonna break into I come from a land down under.
Yeah.
Oh, you went
Duncan
Dunkin'.
doesn't deserve that respect.
That's just what popped into my head when he started singing.
Yeah. But like
Men at work.
Dunkin's
that's what it was.
coffee is terrible. Like,
Okay, well, here's the thing though, Sean. As a person, okay, that obviously I don't live in your area. So like if I'm driving through your area, like, dude, the first time I came to your house, I stopped at a Dunkin' the minute I got off the highway because I wanted a coffee. And like it's better than gas station coffee. It's better than McDonald's coffee in America. So like for a quick, easy coffee, it's really not that bad. Like as a person that's like from away.
it is absolutely awful. There are gas stations with better coffee.
There
Like,
could be if they have
there
like
definitely
Briggs in
are.
there. You know what I mean?
No,
But,
like straight up, Cumberland
I've never had
Farms.
it.
Cumberland Farms has better coffee than Dunkin' Donuts. And I know if there's any New Englanders listening to me, they're probably shitting bricks right now hearing me say that. But come at me, bro. Cumby's coffee
What the
is
fuck you
superior
saying,
in
dude?
taste.
Fucking Dunkin', dude.
The Cumby's coffee superior in taste, and they rock a large ice for 99 cents. Come at me, bro. Better coffee, and it's cheaper. What now? Stop
Better
trying to
coffee.
pretend that you're loyal. Like that coffee ain't that good.
Dude,
This is-
I don't know what's going on with my brain right now, but I keep getting triggered with fucking keywords that are like leading me down different phrases. You said you're like better coffee, and I was about to say better pizza, Papa John's.
Papa John's could probably make better coffee. No, I'm not going to go that
Papa
far.
John's
Whoa,
is-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, listen, Papa John's can't make fucking pizza. So
Yeah,
I
that's
hope they
true,
can make
bro.
fucking coffee because at least they can make something.
Bro, back in the day though, Papa John's actually used to have like decent pizza from what I remember. And then I don't know what happened in like the mid
Those like early 2000s.
Yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Something happened, bro, and it wasn't the same. Because dude, I used to love their that garlic butter fucking
Oh,
sauce.
see, that
you'd
shit
get,
ain't it
dude.
for me.
I used to just like dip in my fucking crust in that. Just a little dip of crust. mowing it down.
I'd rather make my own. I don't like theirs. I see
But
why
you know
people are
what's
into
funny?
it,
Because
but
I actually worked for the company that made that stuff at one point in my life. I'd have to clean out the machines that fucking package that shit.
brutal.
So I could coming home smelling like garlic butter, bro. Could be I could come home either smelling like garlic butter, some sort of spicy pepper sauce of some sort, sometimes a hot mustard situation, mayonnaise, ranch, fucking practically whatever fucking
Like a bunch of
condiment
sauces.
that comes in a bottle.
So yeah, they
or
packaged all
and
sorts of condiment, huh?
even the little fucking packaged fucking hot sauces and ketchup packets that you get at the fucking drive-through.
Yeah, like a Louisiana hot sauce type shit.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like Baker's hot sauce, their ketchup, which is like a burger spot. It's like a burger / tacos, but it's weird. It's like one of those blends.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you live in the land where like tacos are so customary
But dude,
that like
dude,
It's like
what
a
they
hot
call
dogs
it.
at every fast food place.
their burgers are actually pretty good, dude. I haven't been there in a while.
Where James is from, like every fast food place has tacos.
Practically. Fuck, Burger King has tacos.
yo, the
That's actually
BK in this
hilarious.
town. What was that nonsense I drove by the other day? They did a brisket burger.
Dude,
Stop it.
honestly, like I go to Burger King almost every day for lunch at work, but I get the same thing fucking every day because it's my go-to.
What do you get?
Just 2 double cheeseburgers, bro. That's it. Well, that and I'll get like a Sprite or something. But honestly, their cheeseburgers, bro, like they're double cheese, they're not that fucking bad, bro. I prefer them over like
Like a McDouble?
no, honestly, like if I could get those at the time that I had my lunch, bro, I'd probably go get some McDoubles, some mac sauce, dude. Because there's just something about the fucking mac sauce. That place. But I don't know what it is about the fucking BK double cheese, dude.
Well, they're broiled. I mean, I will say
Yeah.
that I do like the broiled.
I don't like their
aspect.
Whoppers or anything else, just their double cheeseburger. Well, or their
I
standard
used to not
cheeseburger.
mind the original chicken sandwich.
That's all I ever get. That's it. I'm like, that's that. Let me ask you guys if you're like this. Do you guys like go to like a fast food spot and like you've got one thing on the menu that you get and that's what you get every time?
No.
No fail. Like you go there, you're like, hey, we're going, or you're like thinking about it. You're like, all right, we're going to go to, McDonald's or whatever. And you're just like, okay, this is my go-to. And I get this every time I go, never fails, never changes. This like there may be slight variations when it comes to like the drink because they may not have what you may normally get or something like that. But are you guys like that, or do you guys have like a couple things on the menu that you'll go for?
There's like a number of things depending on where I go. If I'm going out to a place that's fast food, but it's not drive-through fast food, I'm probably going there. I might get the same thing every time because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I go,
like if you're going to
like
Five Guys, like there's a specific burger layout you're gonna do because that's what they do.
or like I'm going to get a burrito. Like I get a burrito every time I go, but I'm going there specifically just to get a burrito. Where like a place like BK or whatever, I don't like BK, but I would get different things all the time, or McDonald's or Wendy's,
really, but
whatever it is,
So,
Taco Bell, whatever. Dude, I'll get
Someone-
something different pretty regularly. I might get a chicken and then get like a fucking McDouble. Like I'll get like a McChicken or like some fancy chicken sandwich with like bacon and Asiago cheese. And then I might get a junior bacon cheeseburger.
What about you, Sean? Do you vary too? Or are you pretty?
It depends on the spot. Like Mickey D's because
I'd say
my wife won't.
like the most generic like spots where it's like you go to pretty often, sort of
Let's say
things.
like
Where it's like
I don't eat fast food very often.
okay,
So like it's one of those like if it's Mickey D's, I'm only gonna get a number one. That's it. Like that's what I do. I get a number
yeah,
one meal because I'm craving a Big Mac. I want the Big Mac experience, which by the way, had one today because I had the opportunity because my wife don't fuck with anything at McDonald's really. So like I had to grab one today on my way
dude,
home because I was starving and like best Big Mac I have ever eaten in my life. And it
bro,
was the first time I've eaten at this one.
you want one that's a little bit
Oh,
more substantial as far as like the meat portion goes, dude. Order yourself a double quarter pounder with cheese and have them make it like a Mac. So
Oh,
you
like
get
I
you get the better patties, but you also get the shredded lettuce and the mac sauce situation.
I mean,
Oh,
I
dude.
I know the menu hack. I prefer like I go because I want the Big Mac experience when I go. You know what I
No,
mean? Like
I get you.
that's what I'm
I was just
going
throwing
for.
that out there for it. Like if there's a
But
time where it's like, you know what? Because I always feel like for me, like the Big Mac, it sounds like it's something that's huge that's gonna fucking fill you up, and in reality, when you get it, it's really a lot of bread, two really thin patties, and a fuck ton of that shredded lettuce. And I end up eating it, and then I'm like, fuck, dude, I honestly probably could eat two of these. But that's just me. That's why I end up going the double quarter pounder. But
I
back to
I
the
hate
main.
myself if when I eat that place. So it's like I do it because I'm like I'm just craving that Big Mac experience that
Yeah,
bad.
I don't have that.
Like
But
fast food for me is like what the people on the internet keep bitching about. It's so expensive. Like
oh,
I
it
go to
is.
Five Guys. Like I'll go to those and those kind of places more often, which I don't even do that anymore. But like I'll go to something like
yeah,
that
see, I won't
more
go to
often
Five
than a
Guys because of the fucking price.
see. I completely see the value there.
See, if I'm
I think
gonna
it's worth every penny.
if I want a burger, well, I also have In and Out, so I'll take In and Out every day over a Five Guys. Um, but that's just preference. But like back to like the beginning question, I'm kind of one of those people that I'm like locked in at places. Like I find one thing that I like, and then that's it. Very, very rarely do I vary. Like McDonald's is a little bit more of a toss up because you know there. Sometimes I'll go nuggets, sometimes I'll go burger, but um, majority of the time I'm pretty fucking set in my ways. Like In and Out, I've never varied. You know, well, I went from a kid being just a single cheeseburger to going up to a double double. And then, and well, even still now, sometimes I'll upgrade it and I'll go 3x3 or 4x4, but it's still the order is still the exact same. You know what I mean? And I go like I'll go to fucking Del Taco or I go to well, not Taco Bell, like fucking wherever. It's like I have that one thing, and that's what I fucking get. Like for breakfast, like if we go to this one spot, dude, I very, very rarely will ever have anything other than what they call their French toast delight, which is their French toast breakfast. It's two slices of French toast, cut in half, so four triangles with two eggs and your side of sausage, and that's practically what I get every single time, to where I don't even look at the fucking menu. It's just like go in, this is what I want, I'm good to go. I was just curious if other people are like that or if that's just a weird me thing.
No,
I think like
there's people like
certain
that.
restaurants, right? Like there are certain places I go, like I'm locked in. It's like I go there for that thing and it has a full menu, but like oh my God, there's a spot. There's two things on the menu I buy, and it's not even for what they are, it's for a fucking condiment that it comes with. Because they have a horsey sauce that they make that's just fantastic. And when I crave that, I go and get one of those two items. It's a steak quesadilla or a steak calzone. It gets served with both of them.
I
Or
mean,
like
if I go
Dave's
to a
Diner.
breakfast place, like a breakfast joint, like I do basically get like just the eggs, sausage, home fries, and toast. Like I will very rarely get an omelet. but I also don't go to those very often. I might go out for breakfast once every couple months. So when I'm at home, that's what I'd make. But like, I think that I probably go to a fast food place like 3 times a month to get something, and I almost never get like a full meal. I'll just get like a sandwich or like a burger or whatever, or like a wrap. Like I'll go to like Wendy's and get like a spicy chicken snack wrap or whatever they're called. And I just get that. Or I'll get like a McDouble or a junior chicken or
So like
whatever.
Subworld, I won't go to Subway. I will do Jersey's, but now I'm nowhere near one. So like I'm back on that bullshit of like I'm only buying my subs from pizza shops. Unless of course
Oh, dude.
there's one sub I won't buy from a pizza shop, and it's because this spot makes a fantastic one, and it's a Thanksgiving sub, and they're like a chain. But
Thanksgiving
Dude,
sub?
a
What?
good Italian
yeah,
sub from like
bro.
a pizza shop or like a good pizzeria, bro. Because you know they got the solid fucking Italian toppings for the pizzas that just translates so well to a fucking
Oh,
sandwich, bro.
if you want an Italian, there's a spot I go to specifically for the Italian because they are just a small Italian sandwich shop.
Dude, that's the thing too, bro. When it comes to like, you know, like cold cut sandwiches, I only want like an Italian cold cut. I don't really want a ham and cheese. Don't give me a fucking turkey. Not big into roast beef. You know what I mean? I want, you know, some salami, maybe some pepperoni, you know, like your
Oh,
capicola, like, you know, like those types of fucking meats, bro. Like that shit with like a little bit of like an Italian oil, you know, vinegar drizzle situation with, you know, some pickles on there, a little bit of some shredded lettuce. I could go with or without lettuce, to be honest. But dude, then throw a little bit of some black olives on that bitch too, bro. Fuck me. Of course, some yellow mustard. I'm a big yellow mustard on a sandwich guy.
Dude, I
So
man.
make like those style sandwiches all the time, but I
that's the
don't
only kind of
buy
sandwich
them.
I'll ever make and order from like a spot.
Yeah, like I have always held the opinion that if you're gonna go out to buy food and it's something that you can reasonably make well at home, there's no reason to buy it when you're
Yeah,
out.
honestly,
So
dude, like
like,
nobody really makes a better sub for me than me.
you
Honestly,
know,
Oh
like,
if
yeah,
I buy the right
100%.
shit,
Because
I'm
the
good.
well,
ratio, my ratios are right. You know what I mean? Because dude, I'll be honest with you guys, I like a meaty sandwich, bro. I don't
but that's the
like,
thing. Like, I'm
you know,
not gonna buy all five meats at a half a pound to a pound of each to make myself a Italian cold cut. But like a ham and cheese or a turkey and cheese, I'll buy a pound of ham or
yeah,
a pound of
it's way
turkey and make a
easier to do
sandwich at
that.
home.
Yeah.
So like, I'm willing to go out and buy that Italian from a place than I am to get anything like the ham and cheese or whatever. But like I saw Chris like get really confused by the Thanksgiving sub, and I need
Yeah,
to
yeah, I need
explain
to
it to
know about
you.
that. Like,
So in the sub, we're loading turkey stuffing, turkey, cranberry sauce, and then sealing that bitch up. And if you're some places, you might like warm the turkey in some turkey gravy. Or as the spot that I like to go does, it's
Have it on
shredded.
the
It's
side.
yeah, they serve it
Mhm.
on the side in a
A
cup, and I
little,
just dip the whole bitch in the.
like a little au
So
jus,
good.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so good dipping it in the turkey gravy. Um, that's a favorite of mine. I find it all sorts of places. Any place I find it, I try it. You know,
See,
like
I would take
so
that,
good.
but swap the turkey out for like a spiral ham. Because I'm not a big turkey guy.
yeah, but you would have the turkey stuffing on the spiral ham.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, see, like I wouldn't.
I don't think I'd do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would
Yeah,
vibe with
I
the
would
stuffing and the
100%.
cranberry sauce with the ham as
Dude, I
much as
do
I
it
vibe
every
with it with the
Thanksgiving,
turkey.
bro, because I don't fuck with turkey. Like we usually always like we'll have like a ham. Well, I'll fuck with turkey if it's like deep fried or smoked turkey's not bad. But I don't fuck with the turkey from the oven because it's just too dry. It's just no good to me.
Oh, that's why like I'm just a dark
Um,
meat guy.
even
Well, and
then, the
that's
dark
I
what's
don't
meat's
really
not
love
even good to
turkey
me.
for the record, but like when I do eat turkey, I'll have like one little piece of white because I have gravy all over my plate
Dude, I'll
anyways,
even
just
put
to remind
turkey
myself
gravy
how
on
much
my
I don't
ham.
really like white, but it's not horrible. And then I have more dark meat.
I'm sorry that people cooked you really dry roasted turkeys.
And
That
I'm
sucks
honestly,
because they're brutal when they're dry.
I'm not even a bit like, even if it's done like, and it's not like dry, like it's still pretty moist. Like oven roasted turkey to me is just not good. The reason why I like the deep fried or like the smoked is because there's other flavors going on besides just the turkey. Because when we deep fry ours, that motherfucker is injected with so much Cajun like type seasoning and stuff, dude, that it comes out tasting so fucking good, dude, that it doesn't even necessarily taste like turkey, really. It's so fucking fire.
That
And
When
then
people
smoked
like
turkey
inject the
has got like a
butter
little
and
bit more
stuff,
of a
like
smokiness
I'm down
in
with
it.
that.
Yeah,
You know, when they like
I
stick like a pound of butter underneath the fucking skin everywhere.
that's how I was taught to
I'll
cook
fuck with that.
turkey.
Yeah.
Like I season the fuck under the skin and then put tons of butter underneath it and everything. Like I never went the injection route. For me, the problem is like I don't really fuck with the whole like Thanksgiving spread. I always looked forward to that sandwich with the leftovers. So the
See,
fact
Oh,
that like
see, like I'm
I've
like a
never
hot
been a
turkey
leftovers
sandwich guy the next day. I like that.
see,
I'm not
I
a
always
big
did it
leftovers
cold.
guy, other than
But
spaghetti or pizza.
but tell you what, doing it warm is fantastic. Like I said, like there's a spot I go to all the time and get it that it's the same Italian spot actually that does the Italian sub. It's fire. But they literally heat the turkey in gravy. So it warms in the gravy, then they put that in your sandwich and like
Yeah, like dude, I'll just take all the
fantastic.
leftovers and I put it in like a frying pan and then like I pour gravy on top. I let it simmer for a while. And then I'll just like have a slice of bread. I put a little bit of butter on the bread, then I fucking hammer that on top. Sometimes I'll even like throw some leftover like mixed veggies on that bitch, and then I put the other piece of fucking bread on the top, and you eat it with a fork and a knife. Like you can't eat it.
See, I I never knew this because I was too young when my brother lived with us when I was a kid. But it turns out that his favorite thing about the Thanksgiving leftovers was making what he called stuffing sandwiches.
Okay.
And it's literally what it fucking sounds like, Chris.
Just stuffing between bread.
Just stuffing in between bread.
Oh, he didn't even put gravy on or anything?
No. This monster of a human being that was my brother as a child would literally just take bread and put bread in it.
Dude, I'd have bread sandwiches,
It's
bro.
like, bro, you ever had a bread sandwich?
Dude,
It's like, what?
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Aren't they all
I would
made-
do
and
that
it's like,
shit
no,
all the time,
bread.
bro. Just straight bread.
Oh no, but
That's
like,
just
I'm
eating
down
bread,
to eat
though.
a piece of
Yeah.
bread, but
No,
like,
I'd eat it with. I'd have two slices, put it together like it was a sandwich, and eat it like that, and call it a bread sandwich, bro.
Yeah,
my
but
brother's
he
over
put
here eating
stuffing
cooked
in
bread
it. Oh, that's what I'm
with
saying.
raw bread.
Yeah,
Like,
I could see that, bro. If I could eat two pieces of bread with nothing in between it, I could definitely do it.
Well,
with
man, I
stuffing
can
in
eat like
between
a
it.
bun with no butter, but like I'm not gonna be stuffing it with like more bread.
Yeah, well, that's not just bread, dude. It's got flavorings and all kinds of other stuff going on there.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
there was
Yeah,
gravy, I could almost see it. The dry part is the part that I'm
like
struggling with.
I
dude,
said, Chris,
a
he just
good
put
stuffing's
cooked
not
bread.
straight dry.
Yeah, he put cooked bread into raw bread.
Yeah, but
And
it's
no,
not
and
even
like,
raw bread, it's cooked.
Well, no, but you know what I'm saying? Like because stuffing is just breadcrumbs that's now been cooked and turns into the stuffing, right? So like at the end of the day, I'm calling it raw bread that hasn't been toasted versus the cooked bread, the stuffing. And like
Yeah,
and like it's a dry
honestly is
sandwich.
strange.
Yeah,
It's a dry sandwich because he's using the leftover stuffing. So like y'all know what the cold stuffing out the fridge is like? Like
it's still got a little bit of some
yeah,
moisture
well,
to it, though.
it sticks together. Absolutely,
Yeah.
you could form a nice stuffing patty. But like that was my brother, man. Like he didn't add anything to it. He just cold stuffing in between two slices of cold bread. Chomp. It was one of his favorite things about Thanksgiving leftovers. And when he ever told me that, when we were adults, I was like, "You're a fucking animal." No wonder you got in all the trouble you got into. Like You're just eating dry bread with bread. Like, you savage. I love that kid. What a fucking maniac. Oh my God.
Dude, my
But
favorite
yeah,
part
that was a
about
weird one.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Like, that was a weird one. And I'll round it out with this strange story about it. I once worked with a psychic. Woman didn't believe me. Or sorry, let me flip that. I didn't believe that the woman was a psychic. Like, I just figured she was full of shit. Um, so she was determined to prove to me that she was psychic. And I'm gonna tell you, spoiler alert, my brother's dead. So I'm telling these stories about him, but like, my brother's dead. He's dead at the time that that the story had happened. And so I'm just, I'm working with this woman where we're unloading the trucks for Target and stocking shelves and that sort of shit. And this woman looks at me and she goes, I know this is going to sound really friggin' weird, and I'm sorry if this freaks you out, and I'll stop if you want me to, but your brother's with you right now. And he's saying something about stuffing sandwiches. And she looked super fucking confused when she had to say stuffing sandwiches. He just keeps rubbing his stomach and giving me a thumbs up and saying stuffing sandwiches. What the hell? And I had to explain to her what I just explained on this show about how this kid was a maniac and would just take cold stuffing on bread and just, that was his favorite thing. And she went, well, he wanted you to know that he's here. And I was like, ha, what? Yeah. Worked with a psychic. She did that shit to me. I didn't doubt her after that. How the fuck you gonna know that? This is like literally the first time I've ever spoken of it in public. How the fuck you
so
gonna know
crazy.
that? Like, I'm telling the world about my brother's weird food that he loved. And this is like 13 years after that woman said that shit to me. Like, yeah, blew my goddamn mind. I never doubted her after that. I don't know how the hell she did that, because there's no way in hell that woman has stuffing sandwiches in her life.
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard anyone talk about it. Like, I've heard of people putting like it on a turkey leftover sandwich.
Yeah, right? Like,
But
yeah,
I've never
she
heard
just
of
looked at me
just
so
the
fucking
stuffing.
confused. Like, he keeps saying stuffing sandwiches. What? She, like, in her head, she's thinking like we're doing something like stuffing a sandwich somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, no. He liked stuffing sandwiches, just stuffing on bread.
It's like, oh yeah, but I know what you mean, but the turkey and the cranberry sauce, right? You're like,
It's like,
no.
no.
Drop the
No.
turkey, drop the cranberry
Just
sauce.
straight dry turkey or dry stuffing. Like, I love that boy. God, he was a weirdo. Oh man. But yeah, that was my time meeting a psychic. So we could round out our night with that one. Because we are at the end of our time. And if you guys run into a psychic, don't believe them until they say some really weird, obscure shit that no way in hell they would know. That's my advice to you guys on that one, because I didn't believe her until she said that, and then I went, I'm upside down on this whole psychic thing. Maybe that shit's more real than I gave credit. So, stay skeptics, but believe your experiences if you
Keep
have
your
to,
mind
right?
open.
Yeah, keep your mind open. Like, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it might be a duck. So with that, folks, thank you all for tuning in so much. You know what we do here, so I'm going to toss it on over to Uncle Chris.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you, of course. Check out shedtimepodcast.com. Go around, look around, experience it, spend some time there, curl up. And also check us out on Friday nights on Frames, Jenkins Vapors YouTube channel for the Green Room. It's 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. Come by and kick it. I think that's everything for me. So everybody be safe, have a good week, and live your best life. And I'll throw it over to James.
As always, huge shout out to all the Shedheads for you guys' continuous support. Greatly appreciate you guys. 5-star reviews, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Chris pretty much covers all the bases, as you guys know. So I'm ended as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Chris 55s. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, a little bag or dab will do ya.
That's right, friends. And of course, like I often do, I will remind you that ShedtimePodcast.com has links to everything. The merch store, the Patreon, and of course the Frames Janko Vapor channel. So, with all of that, I'm going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun. 'Cause this is the Shedtime Podcast, and it's time to blow one up and blow one out.
Hell yeah.
And with that, it is time. Let me hit this button. Oh God, I'm going to hit the button. What's going to happen?
Hit it.
Oh no.